What up? I was thinking about morality, right? And whether or not morality is subjective, I think that there is kind of an almost innate morality. There's two different levels, right? Like versions or whatever you want to call it. I know my arm is hairy, but it's one where it's natural, right? That it's like if you put two people in the wild, from what I can gather, right? It's like they would learn from empathy. It's like, okay, I don't want that to happen to me, so I'm not going to do it to them, right? So I think innately morality comes from empathy, right? But then you have the next layer, which is like societal morality, right? Where the reason why so many people don't learn, just like their instincts, like whatever, like empathetic, whatever, right? Is because they learn from, or like before anything else could interfere or like override their empathetic morality, they get societal morality, where it's like where you get into bigotry, for example, right? That's one thing. But things like that, even you can say, oh, what about old ancient civilizations where they kill babies? Is that okay? It's like, I think the societal morality had overridden, them for whatever benefit that people thought was probably horrible in the beginning, but over time it was like, okay, fine, yeah, that's part of it, right? Which is how it is for everything, by the way. Everything horrible and terrible. It's like all this group of people are like, oh, and then you get a small group of powerful people who say, oh no, this, and they do that, right? And then karma hits them and they lose their whole civilization. It's like a whole other thing, because it's like, when you think about what people did and what they did, and they celebrated, right? Or who they celebrated, right? It's like, you think about what happened. Okay, they probably kind of seen things to understand the horrors of what truly that they've done. They had to go through it, right? Because nothing else taught them. But that's what societal morality comes into play, right? I said bigotry already. That's obvious, right? I'm not gonna talk about it again. Also, I think it's. I feel like it's obvious for why. I don't know. I'm not gonna have all weird stuff. But it's obvious as to why, with basic morality across empathetic and societal, as to why weird stuff is weird, right? And why it's nasty or whatever. But I think there's also I think mental health probably plays into it too. You know, some people just don't want to stop. Can't stop everybody. Literally. Why do you think hell exists? How it is. You know, everything's it's all very interesting and cool. Not really cool, but it seems like so many different things. You know? That's where you get into like the different not even different ideologies, because neither of them are really, you know, it's kind of great to say this, like, oh, you're essentials, oh, you're this, you're that, whatever. It's like, not really, but you say, oh yeah, you know, they kind of two sides of the same thing. That's why there's only two, you know. One isn't like so bad up front, but the other one's terrible for everybody. I'm not gonna say which is which, cause whatever. That's not what I'm about. Okay. But I think you'd be surprised. You see, a lot of people, you'd be surprised. It's like, oh, all these good people, quote unquote, you know, idolatry. All these like good people are aligning themselves with whatever thing, and it's like, what? Why would they do that? It's almost like a lot of them align with a certain thing to maybe not get where they are, but get to where they are, but to get farther. And that's just the industry, though. You know, they're trying to make streaming like that too. No comment. YouTube? Not really. YouTube is kind of hard for them to do that. Which is why they're making it harder and harder to make money off of it. So, yeah. Don't matter though. Like, you'd be surprised, like, oh, this person from this, or this person from who's like, oh, I thought that was a really good person, or, you know, I thought they were like this, I thought they were like that, but dude, They're with who? Not with who, but what do they? Who do they support? Whatever. And it's like, damn, bro. But it's like, you know. You know what I mean? Even some athletes. Not gonna say names or whatever, but I'm gonna say what I'm talking about, but you know. Alright. That's the video. You know, I'm not actually. The covers aren't terrible, you know. Isn't it interesting? So, yeah, everything's not so dramatic. You know what they say? You get one, you get a million, right? Which is true. Which is true. When people say, oh, blah, 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 blah. But it's like literally everybody who does that says that he get one, you get a million. So, ooh, oh, doesn't hold on to it. Yeah, and I wish I Jordan shirt, but it was the cheapest high quality shirt he had, so I got it. Alright. Anyways.